welcome to my channel and welcome to C to T. I hope you are doing well. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Sorry I've not done a sit down video in such a long time, and I'm so sorry. I started the year on a roll with my encouragement, pushing you guys to transform. Let's just say after my holiday, 2026 came with a hit. 2026 was like, I'm here and I'm about to make sure you remember me. And yeah, it's just been a lot. And so yeah, but I'm here, I'm back, I'm trying to push through, just with some health situations that I've had, but it's all good because God is good. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what I'm doing this year in 2026. We're nearly finishing a third quarter, so what am I doing in the next third quarter to make sure I achieve my goals for the year? I feel like this first quarter has been a lot in terms of, I did have obviously a great holiday in January when I went to Japan. Great fun, great times, experiencing new things, trying new foods. It was just such a whirlwind and it was really nice. Like, I enjoyed it, and yeah, at the same time it was very full on because it was such a busy city. I was able to experience more quieter areas at the time, so it's all good. And yeah, I was just glad to be able to be blessed to experience something like that because not everyone is able to. I did obviously come back again and went to a cabin trip, which was also lovely because it was quite relaxing. But obviously when you do have friends, you have to talk and engage, so even though it's relaxing, for most part you are still kind of like have to be like alert, aware, and speaking and making conversations. So but that was still lovely too. First quarter, one thing I've learned is health first. My health has been a priority, I guess, for the past 2 years, but more so this year, just because I'm having a few consultations, etc. Potentially might have endometriosis, hoping not, praying, Lord, I'm okay. But if that's the case, I know that we'll be fine. The Lord is there still. I think it's just like putting my head around that. I think it's been difficult to be like, okay, my body is not working how it should. And obviously that is still saddening and annoying and crappy. But at the same time, I'm still blessed to have good health. So the main priority this quarter has been trying to make sure I'm being healthy, eating intentionally. There's a lot of things I need to cut out of my diet just to reduce inflammation. So I need to basically go on a very much a anti-inflammatory diet forever. That would be good for me. Removing dairy, gluten, wheat, sugar, basically everything that tastes good in my eyes. I guess I'm mourning that. A part of me is mourning that. But yeah, I'm trying my best to implement more fruits, vegetables, herbal teas, natural things that I can just feed my body, alive things. And yeah, so definitely much trying to be more healthy and just detox everything, and it's been going well. I'm trying new recipes. I'm just trying to be mindful of what I eat. Obviously it's quite difficult because when girly time comes around, I am quite emotional, so I want to eat and my hormones is just like helter skelter, and I want to eat sugar, I want to eat gluten. That's the main thing. Like, I just want to eat comforting things, carbs, but I'm just trying to find things that I can replace that with or make. And I think also if I want to go on like a fast, so then I can just fast away all those things, because I do feel like once you fast, sometimes the things that you thought you really wanted, like the carby, unhealthy things, especially if you break your fast with like healthy vegetables, soups, herbal teas and everything, it's almost like your body's like, oh, I'm just glad to have nourishment. And then your taste buds do change as well, I think, in that period, because you're almost like just detoxing all the crap. So I do want to go on one of those very soon. Yeah, it's just a learning curve and also a time of applying wisdom, because I think all of these things I do know. Knowledge without wisdom fails to the wayside. So there's no point you knowing the information but not applying it, because the application is the wisdom part. So that's one thing I think in this season I'm trying to learn to be wise and walk in wisdom, because a lot of the things I know, like I've been probably trying to eat healthy since I was 18, trying to make sure that I was pescatarian for a season, and that was, I think, the best diet for me, honestly. Like, I just ate mainly pescatarians, like vegetarian, but they eat fish. That's all how I say it. But obviously some pescatarians don't eat like dairy products, and I think I limited my dairy as well at that time, and I felt very good. So yeah, I definitely will be doing something like that. But this first quarter, definitely making sure we're going forward with health. Exercise has been on the wayside. I'm just gonna say that now. It's been on the wayside. Yes, I'm sorry. For myself mainly, because it's not helping anyone with me not being fit and trying to make myself healthier. I think I've been to the gym a few times, handful of times, which has been good. But the past few weeks I've not been, unfortunately. But yeah, I do want to get back onto my walks again, be accountable, and yeah, basically start uploading on TikTok, because on TikTok I felt obliged to go on the walks because that's when I did my videos. So that's how I was able to kind of get my walks in while doing my videos. So I do want to get back on those. That's the next thing that I want to do. Applying exercise and just not falling off of it. And if it doesn't have to be anything like too strenuous, just like making sure I at least get my at least a minimum of 8 to 10k steps. I started the year very well with the 7-day challenge, and I think that helped me reset, and I think I might need to reset again by doing the same thing. Thing is, finances in this quarter has been great. I think because I've been actually intentionally trying to save, intentionally be good with money. Obviously I've not been amazing, but I've been able to save what I wanted to save. Sadly, those funds are probably gonna have to get used now, because I'm probably gonna go private in terms of my healthcare. But the fact is, I saved up and I know that I can use that money if I need it and when I need it. So in terms of the savings part, like, I have been proud of myself. Like, I've been intentional this even from since December really to save a certain amount, and I did reach that goal for obviously the 3 months. Obviously the goal's still not finished, but for the first quarter we've reached that goal, which I'm very happy about. Yay! Which is great. Next is a spiritual life. I will say that's been a bit strained, or I don't say it's been on the wayside because it's been more strained. I feel like I've been in communication with the Lord, but I've just been like, Lord, I'm going through it, kind of thing. Situation. I'm still going to church, but even then, like, I think all of January I didn't go to church because I was on holiday, and then in February I had missed 2 weeks of church, so I did go for the bad start in terms of attending church this year. I think I was just obviously I basically went to Japan in January for like 10 days, and then during that period when I came back I had another cabin trip on the weekend, so by then it was the end of January. And then on that February I think I wasn't feeling too well because my growth time was hitting me. I didn't go then, and then the second week of February I don't know why I didn't go, but I probably didn't feel it, so I didn't go. So it was just one thing after the other, and it's not an excuse, but that's one thing we're working on for the next quarter. That's why we do these audits, so then we remind ourselves what things we need to work on, because we're not perfect but we're still a work in progress. And the fact is, knowing that there's certain things that you need to be looking into and that you need to improve. Since then I've been to church, so with that God, and I am slowly getting back into the rhythm. Obviously I do need to get back into more of my prayer and my Bible reading, but it's just been one of those again. I've been pushing it to the side just because of everything that's happening, but it's still not an excuse. So we're going to continue to improve on that area as well. I'd say work and learning. Work's been okay. Obviously with me not being as well, I feel like I've not been as available. Energy levels wane very much, so they're just up and down. So sometimes work is literally difficult to even get to, but luckily enough I have well, by the grace of God, I have a understanding manager, so I've been able to work through that. But yeah, work's work at the moment, and I'm grateful that I get to work from home for majority of the time as well, so that's just helped me out a lot. In terms of learning, I did a few courses during the beginning of the year which I completed. There's 2 courses that I have to complete, and one of those is a project management course, Prince 2. I have not even started that because a lot of it I was not well, so I think I've got like 5 months to complete that now. And yeah, I don't know if I'll see if we can get an extension to kind of, also due to my health, but I need to get ahead of that because I've literally not even started it, and I need like some time, where at least 2 weeks just so I can just like smash it out and do it. And then also I have to complete one of my other courses that I'm doing, my certifications. So yeah, we're on point in terms of learning. We're actually, this year I started the year very well by completing a few courses, and obviously I've got 2 pending ones which I really need to complete because I don't want to lose my money because I paid for them. Obviously I'm trying to improve myself, my education as well, because you never stop learning. And that's one thing I think someone would have told me, because I think sometimes you're told go to university, do a degree or a master's, but a lot of the jobs when you do get into them, they still want you to continuously be learning, continuously be growing. So doing a certification either in management or in whatever field you're in, so they like things like that. So I would encourage you, if you're young and in finished university, you may be in a job that you've kind of been in for maybe a while and you see yourself wanting to stay there and you want to improve, definitely certifications, because it's showing that you go above and beyond for yourself and you're not just waiting for the company to be like, oh, we'll pay for it. Obviously, when a company does that, it's great, but they don't always have a lot of the funding for everyone. So if you see like, oh, you know what, let me do it for myself, because a lot of companies are actually impressed when you tell them, I did the certification by myself, like I paid for it out of my own pocket. You know, they're showing that, it shows that you're investing in your own, you know, you're investing in your own education, and that you care about your future, and that you want to grow and improve. And especially if I ever tell an employer in the future, yeah, you know, I did this qualification, and I was the one that went out by myself to do this qualification and the certification. No one paid for it, I paid for it myself. So you can use that as a form of increasing your salary or for a promotion, because you can go to your manager and be like, you know what, I've actually been doing the work behind the scenes, here's my certification, would I be able to, you know, be put forward for a promotion, pay increase, because I have been actually putting the work in to learn more about the job I'm doing, what I'm doing, gain more understanding. And even if you don't get it in that job, you can always go to a different job, and that's a leeway, because you're investing in yourself. So let's say you pay for a course for, I don't know, £600-700. You can be like, yeah, on my next paycheck, you know, I need them to at least add that extra bit on top of my paycheck, because I've invested in myself. So you're not just getting this for free. Yeah, you just need to know your worth in some situations like that. But a little bit of advice for anyone young that's in the work field at the moment and is starting out: don't think your degree is the end all and be all, because it's good to have certifications as well. In terms of family and friendships, I feel like I've met my friends decently this year. How many times have we met? In the first quarter, so yeah, I met them quite a few times. So yeah, I think I'm doing well within like making sure I'm seeing my friends and my family, maybe more my family, but it's obviously always difficult because everyone's got lives, and you know, everyone's just busy working and everything. But yeah, definitely my friends, I think I have seen them a good amount this year, which I'm happy about. There's one thing I do want to make sure I'm doing. I want a solo day. I'm still trying to put it into the diary so that I can, you know, actually do it. But yeah, I do definitely want to go for a solo day by myself, just to enjoy at my own company. I was hoping maybe to do like a spa day. I'm gonna try and get like regular lymphatic drainage massages and red light therapy, just to reduce inflammation once again, and it helps as well just in terms of any aches and pains, which is great. So that's one thing I want to do. Hopefully I'll do it in second quarter, because this quarter has just been so jam-packed. I have not had the chance or the time, so we'll see how that goes. But so this is the first quarter of 2026, and that's how I found it is going. In terms of a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like this first quarter has been like a 6. It's been a 6, and I nearly went for like 5 or a 4, but I'll say 6 because God is good in everything. But yeah, it's definitely been one of those first quarters that's been a bit okay. I hope the rest of the year isn't like this, because it's been a bit rocky. But yes, I'm trying to get back the motivation and just the strength to kind of continue going and continue just improving myself, and not let the things that I'm facing change me in the negative, and just be more positive and continue to push through, and know that just because it looks one way doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way. And that's one thing I have to just keep reminding myself, that Jesus has it. Like, I've just had to say God's got it, because I don't have the strength to stress. So I'm just going to give it to Jesus, and Jesus will take care of it while I do my part. So my part is staying healthy, staying grounded, continuing to believe, walking in faith, and yeah, not doubting him. That's the main thing I just need to concentrate on, I think, in this moment in time, and just not be anxious for nothing. So yeah, I hope I've encouraged you today. If you are going through some difficult life situations and you're feeling a bit low, I hope this has encouraged you to continue going. There's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and how you see today and how today is will not always be the future. So it's just a season, it's passing. This too shall pass, this too will end, and the Lord will make sure that he completes it, completes whatever you're believing for, you're wanting. So just keep on trusting, because we all go through it, guys. We all go through life, and it's not always hunky-dory, as you can see. So I always try to be transparent with you guys in terms of life. So yeah, I just want to encourage you that even though if you're going through it, it will get better. You will get better. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Do like, comment, subscribe below, and let me know if you've done your 2026 first quarter audit already, and if you've got anything that you want to kind of be focusing on the second quarter. Thank you so much for watching, guys, again. See you.